So I don't believe that Obama should be condemning everything I wanted him to condemn, and I don't think Trump should be condemning everything that somebody might say, hey, you need to condemn this. I mean, that's not his job as the president.
No.
And he did condemn it, just not as quickly as they wanted him to, because it's a. I mean, look, the president is not a racist and does not support Nazis. So a common sense person that's objective, an objective common sense person would go, that is so aberrant. The fact that there are Nazis out there, or that they're racist or skinheads, why should we have to vocalize the fact that it's a pretty, the general idea is that that's pretty aberrant, what he did.
I actually don't think the president is racist per se. I think it doesn't factor into the rhetoric, because it turns out that a great number of these people voted for him. So I see a conflict of interest there. More than racism, I actually see a conflict of interest, which is to say, there are people on the street that support me, and outright condemnation of them would hurt me in terms of votes or popularity.
So him denouncing David Duke wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough. No, because there are.
So what should he have done? He's an
all
asshole.
of the Nazis.
Okay.
All of them. All of the Nazis.
So name.
Majority of the population.
His actions
But they also
show
voted
that
for
he's a
Barack
racist.
Obama. So Barack
Actions
Obama,
speak louder than
that's a
words.
conflict of interest.
Yeah, Louis Farrakhan is an extremist, Muslim, Jew-hating anti-Semite.
So you're telling me that.
You don't know who Louis Farrakhan is?
No,
we're making the equation that Louis Farrakhan is an anti-Semite. He talks about the extermination of Jews. He talks about the extermination of Israel. He's an American. He calls Jews termites. That is no different. What's that? He's a shitty person, just like those neo-Nazis are shitty people. But I don't hold it against Obama that he never denounced Louis Farrakhan, who supported Obama. Just like I don't hold it against Trump that these Nazis might happen to vote or support Trump. Does that make sense? It's the exact same thing, but it's two opposite sides of this. Who supports them? He does not support them. How does he support them? What actions? What actions?
What he's done to support
What has he done to support them?
No, so in Charlottesville, like,
Yeah, well, Charlottesville is the big one.
Was that the one where the car ran into the?
Yes, after the car was attacked and he stepped on the gas and hit that woman.
I remember like saying that there's wrongdoing on both sides. And, like
he said there were good people.
I was in Charlottesville. You're having a conversation with somebody who was in the middle of that. So
He was actually there.
I was there.
Okay, yeah, sure.
There was wrong on both sides.
And there was also good on both sides.
But if the Nazis attacked,
But they weren't all Nazis. They weren't all Nazis. The people who attacked, the people who did the attacking were Nazis. But the guy that with the car, if you watch the video, they started attacking his car and hitting his car with sticks, and he hit the gas and he ran into that woman. Now that doesn't make the fact that he's a Nazi any better.
I admitted it openly more than once online. There are more than one comment he made where he admits to attacking that man's car with a rifle. What are you going to do when a mob attacks your car? Hit the gas and get out of here.
No, you're not.
That's what I'm going to do, or I'm going to start shooting. Which one do you prefer?
President Hines did not die.
If someone attacks me, so I just sit there and get attacked? Is that what I'm supposed to do? If my car is getting, if I'm getting attacked and my life is in danger, what do you want me to do? No. If I'm in danger, what am I supposed to do?
You're safe in a car?
They're breaking the windows. Why would they break the window? No, you get out of there. Okay, so if I'm attacked, I should just kind of. Please stop attacking me, man. Please stop. Yeah, I'm gonna go slow.
You creep forward until people get out of the way. You push forward slowly. That's what you're trained
When
to
you
do.
are surrounded by a mob, you just creep forward.
Yeah, until they people will start.
So it's not natural that when people are attacked, they run.
You're gonna ram people.
It's not natural that when people are attacked, they run. You think that people just kind of slowly try to get out of the area?
If you're being mobbed, you just keep moving forward in your car that's bigger than people.
No, I'm looking at it now.
And they will.
And your car windows are being smashed as you go slow.
It takes a lot to smash.
It doesn't take a lot to smash the side window at all.
Into them?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Agree to disagree.
Well,
Car windows are hard
no,
to smash.
windshields and rear windshields are very hard because that's
Unless you have a special tool.
it's not very hard when you've got a pole at all. And actually,
I am not going to argue.
I know you're not going to argue because it destroys your argument about the fact that not everyone there. You're telling me that Trump supports Nazis. You tell me that Trump. What actions?
What I'm saying is,
You haven't said what actions yet.
His actions in the whole scheme of things.
What actions?
Can I finish?
I'm asking you what actions.
Okay. Not another word till I finish a fucking sentence.
I'll talk when I
That's
want to.
rude.
I just want to hear actions.
Okay,
You
well,
said
can sit here-
actions.
Then you can just sit here and talk.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I will shut my. What was the word you used? The F word. There. Okay, I'll shut that, and you go ahead and talk. I'll tell you what. When I'm ready to talk, when I'm allowed to talk, you just let me know you can talk now. All right, I'm done. I'm done until you give me permission to talk. Go ahead and go.
There's no one around there though. There's no one in this alley.
I was there. I've seen every video on it.
So you don't have any actions that Trump has done. I think you're shutting up because there are no actions that you can defend or you can point to. That's why you won't talk.
I'd just like to see what.
But idiots need to know the truth.
Can't be civil.
I don't want to be an idiot. I want you to tell me the
You
truth.
can't even hold a civil conversation. That's part of the problem with this side and that side and that side.
Okay, let's have a civil. I am sorry. I apologize. Let's have a civil conversation.
Proving that you cannot have a civil conversation.
I haven't used profanity once yet. You have.
Oh, I love profanity.
Okay. I mean, I don't think that's very civil.
I don't care if it's civil or not.
Oh, so you don't care about civility, but yet you care that I'm being uncivil to you.
Civil until you push all of my buttons, and I don't have to fucking be civil. Fuck is my favorite word.
Congratulations, you're a degenerate.
Yeah.
All right. So what actions have Trump?
Have a civil conversation, and apparently you can't because if you
Yeah, I'm trying to have one.
keep interrupting, then you think you're winning.
Okay,
So
I'm done.
winning by shutting up.
Is that what you
Because
think?
I don't have to lower myself
Okay.
to have that kind of conversation.
Gotcha.
I know I'm right. And I know what I feel.
Yes.
And I know how I feel about Trump. And I know that he's a fucking idiot. I'm more scared of Pence, so I'll deal with Trump. I'd rather deal with a fucking idiot that doesn't know anything, that spouts off like a 12-year-old.
That's me. You're talking to one now.
No, I'd
Yeah.
rather live with a 12-year-old idiot that spouts off on Twitter that doesn't know anything about the law or running a country than to deal with the scary man Pence that is evil and hearted.
But at least with that previous video,
to my friends in the LGBT.
he was in an open alley. There's no one
That's
around.
what I'm more scared
And then he's-
about.
How has he done damage?
What's gonna
Look
happen
up
to
enough videos, you'll see
LGBTQ
Well, no, I mean, I'm
and
looking.
women.
I mean,
That's
like,
my
help me
two
out, man.
big buttons.
Okay. So what's going to happen to
Y'all
him?
can argue about all
What's
of
going to
it.
happen to LGBT and women if you won't talk about Nazis?
They're actually writing them out of complete, that they don't exist. I think they're actually going to make them non-existent.
Who is?
Trump.
How?
Pence. They're actually changing the definition of gender so that it doesn't include transgender. Like you're not even going to be transgender. That you're not even going to exist. And if you want to get into a physical fight, I will get physical with you if you want to actually try to even fucking argue.
That there are only two genders?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's only two.
because I'm fixing to punch you in the face and you can.
Hey, it's okay. You know, you can punch me all you
That's
want.
not even.
But you know what? You're a woman,
do not even wanna
and so
go there.
if you want to punch me, I will punch back.
That's fine.
Because if you want to punch like a man, I'll punch like a
Transgender
man.
doesn't even count. Or
I didn't say that. When did I say that? When did I say that?
Do you really think there are two genders?
There's two
You don't
genders.
think People can transgender into another, that they're not just born that way, and they're not allowed to go to whatever fucking bathroom they want to go to because of their gender identification. You are a fucking idiot.
Well, I don't identify as an idiot though, so I can't be an idiot.
I identify.
You can't force my identity.
You're a black
You
female.
can't.
You
force-
can't-
You can't force.
I am a
somebody
black
else.
lesbian Asian woman,
Then I'm proud of you.
and you will accept that.
I accept that. If that's who you identify as, I accept that.
Well, except that it's a farce. I mean, I can say whatever, but I still am a man.
If you want to be a woman,
And
I support
every man that's born a man will always be a man, and
you.
they might think they're a woman, but
And that's where you're wrong.
okay.
You're wrong down to your absolute very cellular.
I love people who are men who believe they're women. I mean, I don't think they should be erased from history. I think they should be respected. I'm not going to buy into the delusion that a man thinks he's a woman or a woman thinks she's a man. I'm not going to buy into
You don't
that
understand it.
because I understand science. I understand gender.
Because you're ignorant.
Looks like the phone is down
It's
here or whatever.
ignorant.
So failing to buy into a false argument is
It's not
ignorance?
buying into it.
It is.
It's ignorance.
No,
That's
no,
all.
no.
Have
The,
you ever known
no,
someone that
it
was
looks like it's an empty
transgender?
alley.
Actually, yes, I do.
So how can you not
So I love them.
understand
And
it?
that guy who is transgendered into a woman is still a guy. who thinks he's a woman.
But he's not a guy.
He is a guy.
He was born a woman in the wrong body.
Really?
Yeah.
Get out there real quick.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not so much about being born a woman in the wrong body as it is about the way that gender roles have been present.
This isn't about roles. Roles are societally imposed.
I agree with that. And that's
Yes.
what I'm saying. That's what I agree with